Halloween's over, and I'm probably the last person to talk about something that came out around that time, but Grave Halloween from Anchor Bay is one I figured I'd at least bring up today for a little quick review. Basically, it's from the director of I Spit on Your Grave, and it says that on the back, but it doesn't let you know it's the remake of I Spit on Your Grave, which is still pretty cool. So I expected a lot going in, but then I learned pretty quick that this is a sci-fi film. So you know what that means. If you don't know, I'm going to go ahead and explain it to you. That means we get some bad CGI along the way, and it gets kind of ludicrous, but nonetheless, let me refrain and go forward. Our lead character is part Japanese, or at least she seems part Japanese. I don't know if she's supposed to be part Japanese, but she's in America, and she goes to the suicide forest over in the part of Japan to figure out what happened to her birth mother. Along the way, creepy things happen, and they basically use every Asian ghost story routine in the book to try to really drag this one home, but unfortunately, I don't know why. It just doesn't seem to have the same kind of effect as it does in the legit Japanese films, and it just seems really watered down and played out by this standpoint when it happens here in this film. And while there is a couple of good scenes, like gore scenes, jump scares, whatnot here and there, it never really gets out of the starting gates with me, and I thought it was just average at best, but okay for a sci-fi film when you compare it to like other stuff, which is like overloaded with bad CGI and whatnot in sci-fi films. But you can tell the director, he's a good director. I don't think he had good material to work with this time around because there's good camera work, there's some good suspense build up here and there, but things just kind of fall apart, and it gets to the point that you just don't care. You just kind of wish they would kill these people off, or they would hang themselves, just so we could get to the end credits and watch something else. I hate to say it, but that is pretty much what happens with Grave Halloween, a film that I think would have probably been properly titled better if it was The Suicide Forest, because it just seems like a way of trying to cash in on the Halloween craze. But I digress, as the great Stephen Hensley from WTFU on YouTube would say. So, if you're looking for fun and entertaining independent straight to disc, or basically could say straight to disc because it was on Sci-Fi Channel, but if you're looking for just something average, here you go. But don't expect to be blown away, and don't expect to want to rewatch it again, and don't expect to make it to the end of it for that matter, because it's just not that great. So, unfortunately, with Grave Halloween, even though it's got a hot lead, I'm giving it the thumbs down.